At the end of the day, as the shadows lengthen across the canal, and the museum has closed its doors to the last of the visitors, an eerie silence often descends on the place, broken only by the sound of the birds and the occasional ghost. In fact, the National Waterways Museum at Ellesmere Port is home to a few ghosts. Well, at least half a dozen, if you believe all the reports by the people who claim to have either seen them or heard them over the years. It's not surprising, really. The museum is housed in buildings which, for the most part, are well over 150 years old, and were once the hub of one of the largest transshipment docks in the northwest of England. If their walls could speak, they would have many stories to tell, and maybe that's why their ghosts feel so much at home in these surroundings. Probably one of the most famous of the museum's ghosts is the old night watchman who used to patrol the Island Warehouse in the 1950s. It's believed he could be Arthur Jones, who, it's said, was found drowned in the canal at the end of his shift. Arthur's ghost has made himself known to a number of people over the years. There was a duty manager at the museum who heard loud footsteps in the warehouse after she'd locked up one night. There was also a paranormal group who spent several nights in the warehouse trying to establish his presence. They weren't disappointed. His shadowy figure was not only heard and briefly seen as a misty spectre, but actually pushed one of the group 6 feet into the side of a glass display case. So, if you're ever visiting the museum, do take great care in the Island Warehouse exhibition, especially if the light is starting to fade in the depths of winter. Those footsteps, cold spots, the odd smell of soap or creosote, and the banging of doors may signify much more than you think.